Welcome to this journey through the life of an unforgettable icon, Marilyn Monroe. From her humble beginnings to becoming a Hollywood legend, and her untimely and tragic passing at just 36 years old, we will explore the milestones, struggles, and triumphs that defined her extraordinary life. Marilyn Monroe was born as Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California. She was the third child of Gladys Pearl Baker, a single mother who worked as a film cutter. Unfortunately, Marilyn's early life was anything but glamorous. Her father's identity was never confirmed, and her mother struggled with severe mental health issues, leading to an unstable upbringing for Norma Jean. At just 7 years old, her mother was institutionalized, and Norma Jean was placed in foster care. Over the next several years, she would move between foster homes and even spent time in an orphanage. Despite the hardships, she later recalled dreaming of a better life, even imagining herself as a movie star. These early struggles, however, left a lasting impact on her psyche, shaping the woman who would one day become Marilyn Monroe. As Norma Jean entered her teenage years, life continued to be a series of challenges. By the age of 16, she was living with her foster parents, Grace and Doc Goddard. However, when the Goddards decided to move out of California, Norma faced the possibility of returning to an orphanage. To avoid this, she made a life-changing decision. She married James Doherty, her 21-year-old neighbor, in June 1942. This marriage was more of a practical arrangement than a romantic union. It provided stability and allowed Norma Jean to escape the foster care system. While James worked as a merchant marine, Norma took on the role of a housewife. But this quiet, domestic life did not suit her ambitions. Deep down, she knew she was destined for something greater. While James Doherty was away serving in the military during World War II, Norma Jean found herself at a crossroads. To support herself, she took a job at the radioplane company, where she worked inspecting parachutes and painting aircraft. It was here that fate intervened. In 1944, a photographer named David Conover was assigned to take promotional pictures of women contributing to the war effort. When he visited the factory, he was struck by Norma Jean's natural beauty and vibrant personality. He encouraged her to pursue modeling, and she seized the opportunity. Norma Jean dyed her hair blonde and signed with the Blue Book model agency, quickly becoming one of their most successful models. Her career skyrocketed as her images appeared in numerous magazines, and her charm captivated photographers and audiences alike. This was the beginning of a transformation that would eventually lead her to Hollywood. Norma Jean's success in modeling opened doors to an even bigger dream, Hollywood. In 1946, she signed her first contract with 20th Century Fox, a major film studio. It was during this time that she adopted the iconic stage name Marilyn Monroe, a combination of her grandmother's maiden name, Monroe, and a first name chosen by a studio executive for its alliteration and glamour. Initially, Marilyn appeared in small, uncredited roles, but she was determined to learn the craft of acting. She took acting lessons and studied diligently, honing her skills and building her confidence. Her breakthrough came in the early 1950s with films like The Asphalt Jungle and All About Eve, where her natural charisma shone even in supporting roles. Hollywood began to take notice of her stunning beauty, magnetic screen presence, and emerging talent. By 1953, Marilyn Monroe became a household name, starring in her first major hits, Niagara, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and How to Marry a Millionaire. These roles established her as a sex symbol and a rising star. The transformation from Norma Jean to Marilyn Monroe was now complete, and a legend was born. By the mid-1950s, Marilyn Monroe was no longer just an actress, she was a cultural phenomenon. Her blonde bombshell persona captivated audiences around the world. She starred in some of the most iconic films of the era, such as The 7-Year Itch, 1955, which featured the famous scene of her standing over a subway grate as her white dress billowed in the air. This moment became a symbol of her allure and remains one of the most enduring images in pop culture history. Despite her growing fame, Marilyn sought to prove she was more than just a glamorous face. She co-founded her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions, in 1955, a bold move for a woman in Hollywood at the time. This gave her greater control over her career and allowed her to pursue more challenging roles. Her performance in Bus Stop, 1956, earned her critical acclaim, showing the world her depth as an actress. Marilyn's influence extended beyond the screen. She became a fashion icon, inspiring trends in beauty and style. Her effortless charm and vulnerability resonated with fans, making her a symbol of femininity, independence, and ambition. However, her growing fame came with increased scrutiny from the media and challenges in her personal life. Behind the glamorous image of Marilyn Monroe was a woman facing profound personal struggles. By the late 1950s, despite her unparalleled fame, Marilyn's life was far from perfect. She endured 3 tumultuous marriages, including her highly publicized relationships with baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller. Each marriage brought its own set of challenges, from intense media scrutiny to fundamental differences in lifestyle and goals. Marilyn also battled ongoing mental health issues. She suffered from anxiety and insomnia, which led to a growing dependency on prescription drugs. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with her own insecurities, often left her feeling isolated and misunderstood. Her professional life was also fraught with challenges. Marilyn frequently clashed with studio executives over the types of roles she was offered, as she wanted to break free from being typecast as the dumb blonde. Her bold decision to leave Hollywood temporarily in the late 1950s to study acting at the Actors Studio in New York demonstrated her commitment to her craft. On August 5, 1962, the world was shocked to learn of Marilyn Monroe's untimely death at the age of 36. She was found in her Brentwood home in Los Angeles, lying on her bed with an empty bottle of sleeping pills nearby. The official cause of death was listed as probable suicide due to barbiturate overdose, but almost immediately, questions and speculations arose. Some believed her death was a tragic accident, while others suspected foul play. Theories ranged from accidental overdose to deliberate murder, possibly tied to her alleged connections with influential figures such as John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy. These speculations only deepened the mystery surrounding her life and death. Marilyn's passing marked the end of a turbulent life filled with immense highs and profound lows. Yet, even in death, she remained a figure of fascination. Her funeral, organized by her former husband Joe DiMaggio, was a private affair, but the public mourning was widespread. Decades later, her death continues to captivate the imagination of millions, symbolizing the price of fame and the fragility of human spirit. Marilyn Monroe's life was a tapestry of triumph and tragedy, brilliance and vulnerability. Despite her untimely death, her influence has endured for decades, transcending time and generations. Marilyn remains an icon of beauty, talent, and resilience, inspiring countless artists, filmmakers, and fans around the globe. Her films, such as Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, continue to entertain audiences, showcasing her timeless charm and undeniable talent. Beyond her work on screen, Marilyn symbolized the complexities of fame, its allure and its cost. She is immortalized in art, from Andy Warhol's pop art masterpieces to countless tributes in music, fashion, and literature. Even today, Marilyn Monroe's name is synonymous with glamour and mystery, a reminder of a Hollywood golden age that continues to captivate the world. More than just a star, Marilyn Monroe is a legacy, a testament to the human spirit's ability to shine brightly, even in the face of immense challenges.